Jesus and his disciples came to the other side of the sea, to the territory of the Genasarenes. When he got out of the boat, at once a man from the tombs who had an unclean spirit met him. The man had been dwelling among the tombs, and no one could restrain him any longer, even with a chain. In fact, he had frequently been bound with shackles and chains, but the chains had been pulled apart by him and the shackles smashed, and no one was strong enough to subdue him. Night and day, among the tombs and on the hillsides, he was always crying out and bruising himself with stones. Catching sight of Jesus from a distance, he ran up and prostrated himself before him, crying out in a loud voice, "What have you to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I adjure you by God, do not torment me." He had been saying to him, "Unclean spirit, come out of the man." He asked him, "What is your name?" He replied, "Legion is my name. There are many of us." And he pleaded earnestly with him not to drive them away from that territory. Now a large herd of swine was feeding there on the hillside, and they pleaded with him, "Send us into the swine. Let us enter them." And he led them, and the unclean spirits came out and entered the swine. The herd of about 2,000 rushes down a steep bank into the sea, where they were drowned. The swineherds ran away and reported the incident in the town and throughout the countryside, and people came out to see what had happened. As they approached Jesus, they caught sight of the man who had been possessed by legion, sitting there, clothed and in his right mind. And they were seized with fear. Those who witnessed the incident explained to them what had happened to the possessed man and to the swine. Then they began to beg him to leave their district. As he was getting into the boat, the man who had been possessed pleaded to remain with him. But Jesus would not permit him, but told him instead, "Go home to your family and announce to them all that the Lord in his pity has done for you." Then the man went off and began to proclaim in the Decapolis what Jesus had done for him, and all were amazed. The Gospel of the Lord. Then they began to beg him to leave their district. In this Gospel, we found this attitude in these people. The most important for them is not the salvation of that possessed man. The most important is money, business. And for that reason, they beg Jesus that leave their country, their place. For them, the first place, I repeat, is business, is money. And today, we found the same attitude in many people, in many countries. The first place is for money. And God is not appear in the first place. And it's terrible when this success in any place. Because if we say, "God, you are not important for us, we don't need you," that way is auto-destruction way. We need God. We need Jesus. We need his presence. We need his love, his grace, his mercy. We need to accept him. We need back to Jesus, remain with us. No, Lord, leave us. We need him. For that reason, today, let us ask to the Lord that purify our motivations in our life. God first. When God is first, everything is good in our life. But when God is not present, when God is in the last place, everything is darkness in our life. Let us ask the Lord with faith, Lord, remain with us. Stay with us. I want to stay with you. I want to know you. I want to love you. Give me your light. Give me your wisdom. Give me your strength, especially in difficult moments. I need you, Lord. And we need to be witness of this reality before this world. With God, everything is good. With Jesus, everything. Without Jesus, nothing. Let us pray in silence.